He stands accused as one of the most prolific child molesters in sporting history. For 29 years, Larry Nassar was a doctor for U.S. Olympians at USA Gymnastics, the sport's governing body in the U.S.
All three of these are punishable as felonies with any number of years up to life in prison.
Last week, he was charged in Michigan with sexually assaulting an unnamed nationally ranked gymnast for years, starting when she was 6. Now, a lawyer for 15 other alleged victims tells Al Jazeera they are suing Nassar and Michigan State University, where he's a professor. They estimate there could be more than 100 victims across the U.S.
He was reaching under their leotards or under their clothes with ungloved hands, without consent, without prior knowledge, without another adult in the room, and in many cases digitally penetrating them.
Nassar is far from alone. Over 10 years, USA Gymnastics compiled reports on sexual misconduct complaints against 54 coaches, but has declined to release them.
It doesn't matter who you're protecting. It doesn't matter that they're part of your organization and you want to save face. How about saving me?
Kaylin Maddox-Brisky's story was among dozens uncovered in an investigative series by the Indianapolis Star newspaper.
Based on depositions from those officials, based on documentation that we do have, that they were aware of many allegations of child sexual abuse that they did not report to authorities.
This gym is now under new ownership, but it used to be run by Marvin Sharp. He was named 2010 Women's Coach of the Year. USA Gymnastics got a detailed complaint about Sharp in 2011 saying he inappropriately touched young girls, but it didn't report him to police until 4 years later after a second complaint. After he was charged last year, Sharp killed himself in jail. In a lengthy statement to Al Jazeera, USA Gymnastics says it has hired a former U.S. prosecutor to review its handling of sexual misconduct complaints. The organization said, quote, "If USA Gymnastics reasonably suspects or becomes aware of sexual abuse, the organization encourages those affected to contact local child protection services or law enforcement, assists in making contact with authorities, and/or contacts law enforcement or child protection services directly." Victims and their families say, as USA Gymnastics has remained silent, the number of abused girls has risen. John Hendren, Al Jazeera, Indianapolis.